This is day 4 of 365, and I need to take a walk after the disaster that just happened. And it all came about because I had a fun little marketing idea. Actually, it's a pretty deranged marketing idea, but I thought it was fun, and I tend to hyperfixate. So I found out that you could buy tiny little glass vials in bulk on Amazon, at Hobby Lobby, anything like that. And that immediately got me thinking, what if you ordered a signed copy of Extraction? I'm going to be selling signed copies of Extraction when they came out. What if each one came with a little keychain with a vial of Fantasy Bull Semen on the end of it? So I went ahead and made a trip to Hobby Lobby, and I bought a bunch of little glass vials. I bought some mineral oil because I felt like the viscosity would be a little bit closer to what I was looking for. I bought some pearl luster dust because, you know, it's fantasy semen. It should shimmer. And I also bought some white dye because I was worried that the oil and the luster dust together just wouldn't have the right color. Oh, by the way, I don't usually shop at Hobby Lobby. They're kind of terrible, but I only had my lunch break and they were the only place close by. I did, when the cashier cheerfully asked me what I was making, I did explain to her I was making Fantasy Bull Semen, and at that point the conversation came to a close. Pickle's out here hanging out with me while I tell you my tale of woe. Anyway, so I brought all of these little bits and bobs home and set them up next to my kitchen sink. I wanted to be responsible. I also decided that it would be better to mix one large batch and then add it to the little vials via like a pipette. So I got a measuring cup and I poured in the mineral oil and I added the luster dust, and it looked pretty good. It looked pretty close to what I wanted. But I decided that I wanted to get it a little whiter, so I got the dye out. And the funny thing about the dye, it was very, very thick. It was thicker than I expected, and it was kind of hard to squeeze it out of the dropper. So I got 2 drops in there, and I was like 99% close to where I needed to be. And then, like Icarus flying too close to the goddamn sun, I went to squeeze that 3rd drop. And as it turns out, if you buy a bottle of $3 dye from Hobby Lobby, the actual container that it comes in is not very structurally sound because it's split right down the middle and sprayed white dye all over my kitchen and me. Okay, I had to come in and sit down. It was getting too hot out there. Anyway, white dye everywhere. But the problem was that as the bottle came apart, I like shot my free hand. Remember, I'm doing this one-handed, which was really stupid. Don't do this one-handed. My free hand shot out to try to stop it, but I hit the vial of fake bull semen, and that shit just splattered everywhere. It hit the wall. It sprayed all over me. I was literally, like, I had it dripping from my... It was not great. It was kind of a disaster. My kitchen was covered in white dye and fake bull semen. And I immediately started panicking because I'm pretty sure this is was permanent dye, so I needed to get it up quickly. I tried 3 different cleaning solutions that just kind of smeared it around at first. I am not joking when I tell you that the only one that worked was called Goo Gone. Anyway, so that was my little tale of flying a bit too close to the sun, and my marketing idea that... I mean, I've got like 3 vials. I'm going to be making more, so you know what? Why don't we just continue this conversation while I'm making more vials? Because I guess that's just a thing we can do now. I got everything all cleaned up. I think I have to throw away the pants I was wearing because there's fake bull semen sprayed all over the front of them. So, you know, that's... Nobody will believe my weird excuse. But, so no, I'm just pipetting Fantasy Bulges into little glass bottles from Hobby Lobby, which... Anyway, Bulges incidents aside, that's... Man, this is a weird job. Things are going relatively well today. I am going to take a break from writing for a little bit. I'm going to focus more on planning out the launch of Extraction. I got to think of some more ways to market and promote Extraction on things like TikTok and things like Instagram and even here. So I have written out the script for 3 YouTube videos. I'm very excited about all 3 of them. So I'm going to be filming those probably this weekend. Maybe. We'll see. And I initially had this idea that I was going to go different locations. I was going to film some of it outside. But I'm just getting started at this, and I think the smarter move is to keep it simple, at least in the beginning. But in any event, with that, I will go and bring today's entry to a close because it's been a weird day. And I've got to make sure I've cleaned up all the Fantasy Bull semen from my kitchen before my wife gets home. We're doing great. I'll see y'all tomorrow.